Welcome back to FallingFoxGaming, everybody. I'm your host, Blaine, and today we're going to be playing some more Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. Now, when we left off, we had been hired to figure out a painting heist. Now, it's probably a little more extreme saying it that way than it really is. But what we have is we have a stolen painting, and the Countess here has hired us to investigate and figure out who is at fault. Now, she kind of has it narrowed down to the people that are currently in the castle, and they're all on lockdown. All the people we need to talk to, and all the clues should be here in the castle. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by talking to this man right here, who is one of the people she told us to talk to. She gave us a list of everyone we need to talk to, and I think it should be simple enough. The most important thing is we have a key to the castle, which hopefully we don't have to return at the end of this. Maybe she'll like us enough to let us keep it. But let's see what this guy has to say.
A pleasure to meet you again.
I'm guessing here, let's do something.
Go ahead.
I do know that for some of these type of quests, for them to say certain pieces of information, we need to get their disposition up. So everyone we talk to, just know that I have already done this little mini game to get their disposition up to the maximum before talking to them. All right, able to get up to 63 with this guy. So let's ask him about the gathering clues.
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habit.
All right, simple enough. The first clue is that Orgnolf is a drunk, and his career does not support his habits, so selling a painting would definitely be a way to pay for that. And okay, so let's go right upstairs to the private quarters. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, it's like one of those Varla stone things, whatever. They're worth like 1,000 gold. Pretty good. We actually have a couple of those stones still laying around somewhere. Now, oh, there's someone. I don't really know how I'm going to go about this. I'm just going to talk to anybody that's not a guard.
Hello. Are you searching for something?
Chanel? I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that like Chanel, like the perfume? Oh, she has a couple different things we could say. We could accuse her, gather clues, talk about the investigation, or the stolen painting. Let's start with the stolen painting. Oh wait, no, disposition first. All right, this is quite interesting. We're able to get her up to actually 83 disposition, which is really good, but it was actually really difficult. All of the increases were actually really minor compared to some of the other people, so that's an interesting way to actually have this minigame go. But let's ask her about the stolen painting.
The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
All right, well, she definitely has an interest in art and in the Count, apparently, because that was kind of personal information about it, but okay. Nothing too helpful, but we know that she liked the Count, not so much the painting. Let's just talk to her about the investigation.
Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you.
Okay, nothing too revealing with that one. I guess we did learn that, her not knowing about an outside investigation might have annoyed her a little bit, just kind of the way she said that. But I guess our last option is gathering clues.
The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night.
Okay, pretty simple. So she was studying stars outside in the courtyard, went back inside for a drink, and then to bed after studying the charts a little bit. Simple enough. Any more people floating around? No? Now, I think this castle is just kind of like a U, it looks like. So it should be pretty easy to find everybody, I think. Orok, Goro. Okay, that's quite the name. So we're just going to open up the door. Nobody here. That's a shame. Ooh, can we open up the jewelry box? No, not with the key we got. So we're not allowed to go everywhere, which is kind of interesting, I guess, knowing that we are limited in a way. Now, I'm not going to do any looting quite yet. If we're going to loot, we're going to loot after the quest, or near the end of it anyways. Okay, still no other people floating around. I was hoping at least somebody else would be wandering around. Wait, did she come from this room? Wait, isn't this the other guy that was downstairs? So she's just hanging out in his room? All right, well, I guess their romance, if there is a romance, has nothing to do with it. All right, well, nothing too interesting there. Let's go ahead and check North Tower. No, I don't want to do the towers yet. I want to do... Oh, hey, new guy, come here. Hey, come back. Are you the guy with the crazy name? You are.
I am Orok Grogoth, steward to Countess Ariana Volga, Countess of Chorrol. I manage her affairs. and the castle is in my keeping.
All right, there we go. So we're going to do a disposition game really quick. All right, and he maxes out at 66. Only one talk option really, which is gathering clues.
Huh. I don't remember seeing Channel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all of the rain falling. As far as Channel and Orgnolf go, they seem fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since.
All right, well, it seems like everybody here in the castle mostly gets along with each other, minus the fact that the guy that was drinking a lot kind of had a little bit of a scuffle with this guy in terms of, mincing of words. We did find out that he didn't go on a walk that night because he said it was raining or storming or something like that. I forgot what he said already, but that contradicts Chanel, whatever her name is, story, who said she was outside looking at stars. You can't look at stars if it's storming. While he did mention the drinking being an issue in the West Tower, the Upper West Tower, I think he said, that seems to be more of a minor point compared to the potential conflict of the star chart looking. What I think we should do is check on the West Tower, wherever that is, probably the West. Oh, hey, there's compass markers, so let me know where to go. Ha! That probably would have actually saved me some time. I was wandering around looking for people, and there's compass markers. Must be this guy's other area. Oh, a whole different area. Oh, it's okay.
You again?
Hey, it's a hairy legs guy.
So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something?
Kind of rude. This guy's tall. Look how tall he is. He's like straight up looking down on me. Minigame.
I'm listening.
Alright, so this guy's disposition maxes at 70, but it's really funny because it doesn't matter kind of what you choose. He just has a grumpy looking face all the time, which is pretty great. He's a pretty coarse person. I think this is probably like the most, I would say, gruff person we've met so far. And just like Chanel, this guy has 3 different options: a stolen painting, investigation, and gathering clues. We're going to go in the same order. We're going to start with stolen painting.
Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man.
Okay, so he just straight up liked the painting and liked the guy, so that's good to know.
So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me.
Already just talking to this guy, I'm kind of actually starting to suspect that Channel, whatever her name is potentially the one behind this. We're going to go with gathering clues next and find out if he says anything about the weather, if it was stormy or if it was a clear night, because that'll kind of confirm our story. He seems to be pretty straightforward in that he liked the painting, he liked the count, and he kind of just wants me to get on with the investigation. Whereas Channel just kind of wished me the best of luck, which is kind of half-hearted and like a generic response. So let's do the final response for this guy, the gathering clues.
The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading.
All right, well, this guy is quite rough around the edges, but very straightforward. And honestly, of all the characters, I straight up believe him for the most part. He doesn't seem like the type of character to go out of his way to lie. And also, he said that there was a huge storm, and that's actually what caused a carriage to tip over and lose a bunch of their stock. So that's a pretty big difference in stories. Now, we need to get into the West Tower, because that's where we're going to find some of our evidence, I think. Hey, West Tower. They said that there was an altercation in the North Tower, like the top of it. Oh, hey. What's that? Wait, are we in the top? Okay, we must be already in the top somehow. I'm not really sure how the upper and lower parts work with all the towers, but I guess we'll just have a look around. I don't see anything drinking-wise, so maybe that's been fixed. What's this? Trapdoor to Castle Chorrol West Tower. All right, let's see what's down in the lower part. Just some more generic stuff. Oh, hey, whoa. Painting stuff? I mean, is this the painting? This doesn't look... No, it was a painting of a guy that's missing. So someone else is a painter. Wait, are we dealing with one of those scenarios where somebody's like stealing paintings and like replacing it with like their own version of it? Can we click on it? Does it do anything? No. Cheap wine. So someone's drinking. Well, cheap wine. that would explain, you know, it's maybe something. No, I feel like an alcoholic would go more for ales and stuff. Not like that, you know, they specify what they drink, but, well, we can't click on anything, so let's keep looking around. There's definitely something sketchy going on down here. Okay, so I think I want to find Channel's room. I think she's the one that's like the most suspicious in all of this. And wait, is this her room? Yeah, her room is directly next to the West Towers.
Yet?
And she's going in here, so maybe we can find some evidence that she did something in here.
Hello.
Lectern? I can't click on it. Why not? Well, I can't click on it, so let's have a quick look around and see if we find anything. Okay, well, there's nothing too interesting in Channel's room, but she's still kind of the most suspicious with her room being right next to the West Tower, where we've had some issues with the other people. I guess we could take a look at all the other towers, but my compass is pointing out here, so let's see what's out here. Ah, yes, there's another person to talk to.
You look like a
There's the captain of the guard dude. So we actually gotta go find him first. So I don't know if there's an actual order that we're supposed to be doing all this in, but I'm just kind of following my compass at this point, because, not gonna lie, Castle's a little bit confusing. It seems to be kind of like a square, but not really. I'm gonna close the door so we can talk to this guy.
Well met.
Bitneld, the Cursebringer. Not a great name.
I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, captain of the Chorrol Guard. What can I do for you?
I really feel like you shouldn't advertise that name. That's not a great name to be advertising. Alright, only one thing to ask, gathering clues.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Chorrol. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
Alright, so there we go. We linked Channel to the West Tower as well. So we now have essentially confirmation that she's probably the one that was painting. We need evidence, so you can't just blame people. So what kind of evidence could we get? So I'm not sure what type of evidence to even look for. I mean, I guess we could start with... Where was the painting? Was it in the dining room? I can't remember if they said where it was or not. I don't know anywhere where the painting would like hang out in here. What's that? Oh, hey, there's paint stains in the carpet. I found paint stains and a paint footprint on the carpet in the dining area off the Great Hall. I think I should continue looking for more clues. Okay, so, I mean, does that mean you'd be the one that stole the painting just because there's footprints? I don't know. Close enough. Video game logic. So, okay, so what do we know? We know that there is the painting footprints, the paint footprints. We know that there's the mystery painting in the basement of the West Tower, and there's that weird lectern thing in Channel's room. I don't know why we couldn't activate them before. Can I mean, I'm gonna try clicking on them again now that I've talked to everybody.
Any luck
Maybe
yet?
there was like some kind of like blocker for that. There was. Aha, look at that. I can go in here now. See, they should just let me do this to begin with. Yeah, so in Channel's room, we have paintbrush jar, and a paint palette. Taking all those. Channel seems to have painting supplies concealed in her lectern in her room. The fact they're concealed seems suspicious. I think I should continue searching for more clues. Yeah, I feel like if you just had them out in the open, nobody would question it. Just being like, oh, you have painting supplies. All right. We couldn't click on the painting before, so let's try doing that now. Over here. Ta-da! I found an interesting painting in the concealed area of the West Tower. It seems someone in the castle is a painter. I now have enough clues to make an accusation. Okay, so this wasn't incredibly difficult. I feel like I just got really lucky right here. The accusation obviously points to Channel because primarily the big thing is the weather. The fact that she lied and said that she was outside doing star charts or whatever, and everyone else said, no, it's storming. So clearly she wasn't doing that. And then she's obviously a painter, and she's trying to hide the fact that she's a painter, and she was painting in the West Tower. I still don't see how that dictates that she was the thief. I guess, paint on her shoes leads her to the scene of the crime, but, I mean, couldn't she have made those footprints, like, any point in time if she's a painter?
Good to see you.
In any case, we gotta find her. Where'd she go? She's been here the whole time, and now suddenly she's gone. Hello? Did she flee the castle? I hope she didn't flee the castle. That'd be annoying to chase her down. Seriously, she's been here the whole time I've been wandering around.
Yes.
And as soon as I'm ready to, like, blame her, she just takes off. Oh, she's probably in her room. I think I walked right past her. Oh, she's still standing in the doorway where I left her. Hello. I'm going to blame you. We're going to save before doing this in case she fights me. Well, I did not find the painting, but I'm going to accuse you.
Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
I feel like I shouldn't have been, like, on a low step talking to her because she looks like a giant. Yes, I accuse you of the crime.
Very well. I confess to the crime.
What?
But please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me.
That's a really, really weird reasoning. Like, okay, so she had jealous that the Countess liked the painting of yours. Wait, can I find this painting? Hold on. She said it's behind the painting in her room. No, it's not, unless it's like... I can't move these, so apparently I just have to take their word for it. Alright, well, that honestly wasn't incredibly difficult once I decided to follow the quest markers. Honestly, if I wouldn't have followed the compass, that probably would have taken a lot longer. It's not a very big castle, but it's just big enough where I think I would have gotten lost a bunch of times. Alright, with everything figured out, I guess we just talk to the Countess.
Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse?
We're going to accuse Chanel.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she's always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Chorrol and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Chorrol again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
That's pretty much it. Okay, so, wait, can we talk to her about this one painting again?
The painting of the Count once again sits in its rightful place.
Well, that was a little easier than I honestly thought it was going to be. Honestly, without the quest markers, I think that might have been a little bit harder because I think I would have forgotten to, like, go check people. And they did make it difficult by making it so I couldn't click on the clues before talking to the people. That was a little annoying, but other than that, yeah, not a bad quest. I liked it. Let's see if we can buy a house in Chorrol now.
Sorry, I'm looking for someone with a bit more renown.
Hey.
If you suddenly become famous, I would be glad to reconsider.
How about the guy that figured out a heist? I feel like that's a pretty good one.
Farewell.
Well, there we go. We are now the best investigator that this place has to offer. We're amazing.
What?
And I think that is where we are going to leave it for today. We have become the best investigator in Chorrol, and we have solved a pretty big crime. All we're waiting for now here in Chorrol is the Fingers of the Mountain Lady to figure out exactly what's in that book and wait for our reward. And we'll take a look at that next time. For now, we're going to go ahead and leave it off here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.